Then there's Andries, born in Guyana, but lives in Hackney in London, raised here, which is really just a left hook from Pickett's Lock in Edmonton, where this fight's taking place. So he's done a lot of good talking, Williamson. He is a good stand-up boxer who appears to take a good punch. Only one loss, and that was when he had to boil down as a middleweight to fight the world great at the time, Alex Ramos. Won the championship against Prince Mohammed on points in 12 rounds in Los Angeles last December. Mohammed boxed in Scotland for a while. So let's see now if it's all about that American corn we've had all week, about the Matador and the Bull. And certainly Williamson's had no complaints about his stay here. He stayed out in Hemel Hempstead, close to the sponsors there, Croxley Papers. He looked after him and arranged all his training. He's quite happy with that. Make him change his mind. Certainly, he's a fearless fighter, Dennis Andries. Doesn't worry about opposition at all. Doesn't fret. Good temperament. And as in horse racing, a bit of a late developer in the fight game at 32. But he's on a winning roll since he's been under new management. And I tell you, any punch from Andries is going to signal some success with the crowd. They'll help him on. World champions go, Williamson really suffered from a bit of anonymity. And you're following people like Archie Moores, Bob Fosters, Michael Spinks. You've got to really make a name for yourself in this business. He won the championship, which was vacated by Michael Spinks, who of course went to come on to win the heavyweight championship. Well, it's a lively enough start, Jim.
Yeah, a nice little punch there from Andries. I don't think it's troubled Williamson at all. Williamson doesn't exactly ooze class. It looks a little bit awkward at this stage, very shifty, but I think he'll settle down pretty quickly. I don't think these are his normal tactics. I don't know what's in his mind at the moment, but he certainly looks awkward anyway.
It looks as though he wants to try and outslug Andries, and that's not his game at all. So what was we listening to all that stuff about Matadors and Bull? We haven't seen that yet. And the Bull's doing all right by my part. So the countdown for the end of the first, scheduled for 12 rounds. Oh, low punch there. But no use Andries complaining about that. He's got to get on with it in a world championship, grit the teeth. But it was a low blow. Of course, they're wearing obligatory cups. And the Italian referee going over now to Andries. So there's Williamson now. He did throw a low punch right at the end of the round. He's going over to get the scorecards from the judges as well, who of course will decide if it does go 12. The referee doesn't score. Well, he wasn't too pleased with that. There's a rundown on Dennis Andries, and he's got into world number 8 now, quite rightly. Got a draw for the European Championship, which the majority of people thought he was a bit robbed against Alex Blanchard. Second round, and a very scrappy start to that, really, because we expected Williamson to stand up and box better than this. But this will play right into Andries' hands, or fist in his case. Well, if Williamson's showing contempt for Andries, that could be a loser. So it's all going to be a bit of all gung-ho for the ex-Marine sergeant here, I suspect. Could this happen in the second round? I tell you, the Americans say they didn't think Andries, I'm talking about the critics in America, didn't think Andries could beat Williamson, although he'd won 3 fights in America, Andries. Went out there very much as a loner and did very well too. I'm surprised, Jim, that champions taking punches like this.
Yeah, well, those punches certainly had an effect on Williamson. They certainly shook him up a bit. I'm surprised that at Williamson's carelessness, and he looks very disjointed. He doesn't have any fluent movements at all. Andries is really in with a great chance here because so far, I know it's the early days yet, but Williamson hasn't shown anything special at all.
I've got a feeling he might have started to believe his own write-ups, JB Williamson. That's always a problem if you do that. Well, if it's going to be a wrestling match, I want to be on Andries. Very much the old hungry fighter sort that wins world championships. He never pretended to be a classy fighter. But at the end of the day, he gets the business done. He certainly has done in recent years. He's only been stopped once by David Pearce, and that was as a heavyweight. Williamson came in at 172 pounds, 12-4. It's a pound lighter than the challenger. Judges from New York, Belgium and England's Harry Gibbs. Now, this is not a bad start. It's not normally the quickest of starters, Dennis Andries, but it's... Oh, it's a good right-hander there. And didn't Williamson know it? He's fighting a sloppy one, Jim.
Yeah, he looks very disjointed. He doesn't seem to... I don't know what's wrong with him. He doesn't seem to be minding the job. I think he's too busy thinking about showboating. But if this is the best he can do, then Andries is in with a great chance.
So the countdown for the end of the second, and a good round for Andries. A little bit of after timing there, and the Italian referee making sure no liberties taken. So there's the rundown of the people in Andries' corner there. That's trainer Don Davis, the next middleweight in the ring, and on the outside it's Greg Steen, the young manager, who so far has kept Andries unbeaten since he signed him up. Angelo Paletti, one of the judges in the Duran-Leonard fight, I remember, in Montreal, and scored a lot of even rounds, but he's not scoring tonight. Round 5, a little bit late coming out for work. Andries got off to a good start. I agree with John Conte's summary that he won 2 of the 3 first rounds. And Williamson came back a bit spoiled. He's really done a feat, Dennis Andries, as it is coming, as he did, more or less from nowhere, and then went on to win a Lonsdale belt outright at the light heavyweight. And there's been many a great fighter who couldn't do that. And I tell you, it's having another good round at the start of the 5th. As often happens in a championship fight, Jim, I think the durability is going to show here. That's who can take the better punch in the end and not necessarily give it.
Yeah, it's special. This is going to take a lot of strength, the way they're pushing and mauling and wrestling with each other. So I think the stronger of the two.
So the referee's going to have a look now at Williamson's eye. He didn't bother to call the doctor there. It happened just obviously a bit earlier than that when they were clinching, and I was waiting to get a better view of it, but obviously the referee could see it before me. So cut in the 5th round now, JB Williamson. JB for just bad, and exactly what it is at the moment. Cornerman Jerry Moore getting the coagulates out ready for the champion for when he gets back to the corner. It's difficult to spot that cut even as close as we are, Jim, actually.
Yeah, well, it happened in the previous round. They worked at it in between rounds. It's nothing serious at all. I don't like referees who stop the action to have a look at a minor injury. If the blood was pumping out, fair enough. But the referees should just have a look at it while the boys are working.
Step it up, Dennis, step it up.
I think it's a question the referee might want to be seen to be doing his job there rather than, as you say, could have done that between rounds. now really turning the cheers on for Dennis Andries, and so they might. Adopted him, as it were, having been born in Guyana in South America, the old British Guyana as it was known then. So an obvious there, don't push to Williamson. Getting a bit tired of those little taps after the bell, Andries. Jerry Moore, one of the American cut men, as they call them, in the corners, having to work with the adrenaline, and that's always inspected by in this case, the boxing border controls inspectors, and they apply pressure like that. So they really have to work hard, these corner men now, to make sure they can get their man out for the next round. Well, he's got to be pleased so far with his night's work, Dennis Andries. Jim, have a look at this replay.
Yeah, well, Andries appeared to be flagging slightly in that round. He didn't land very many clean punches. These are kind of cuffing punches, but at least he's still letting the punches go, and still getting close to the target, not landing cleanly, as you can see.
Round 9.
Round 9. It's fluctuated a bit, the fortunes, as they say, but if you're looking for what are commonly called hometown decisions, well, I suppose you can't rely on that, really. Tony Castellano from New York, very experienced judge. Jean Demarais from Belgium. And, of course, Harry Gibbs from England, one of the best in the business. That's assuming it goes to 12 rounds. Otherwise, it's the referee's job. Williamson's one of those sort of old throwback spoiler type fighters, Jim, isn't he?
Yeah, he's very, very awkward. He's throwing punches from funny angles now, crouching and swinging the punches round. That's why I would like to see Andries a little bit closer. He's apt to get caught with some of these wide swings.
So the referee asking them to stop there. He was well away from the action when he called that. Well, I keep on about Williamson being a good star. It looks to me as though he's blowing a bit. What do you think?
Yep, I think Andries has a chance here to take over, just to keep him under pressure for the rest of the fight. And they put a clincher on a points one, because in my book, Andries is 2 rounds in front at the moment.
Well, of course, that's a very unofficial scorecard. I wonder what yours is at home as you're watching this. And more importantly, the 3 judges. Crab-like style, Williamson, isn't he? Well, he certainly seemed relaxed at the start of the fight. He came in and tested the ring before he put his boxing gear on with a Walkman. I've never seen that before. Andries has been testing his chin all night. Inside the last half minute then for the 9th. And it's getting harder as it goes along now, this fight. They're just slowing down a bit, but they're throwing harder punches. That was a good round. There's the referee then collecting the scorecards for each round by the judges, of course. And there you are, that's what it looks like. But he won't play the game and turn it over so that we can have a little cheat look. So lots of water needed here. He's says, I need a gargle too. He's got time to talk to his seconds. let's have a look now at overhead camera replay of that. And Andries was the straighter puncher of the two there. It was a good round.
Round 11.
The 11th round then of this World Championship. And Jim Watt and I have got Dennis Andries ahead. Not too far, but who cares? You win it by one round, that's enough in this game. Now to back off Andries. He's got to keep carrying the fight to the championship.
The only time Andries comes to any harm is when he stands off and lets the champion through these wide swings. The champion is far more effective than Andries is at long range. So Andries wants to get close, use his strength, keep him under pressure, as I've said. He's standing off now and he's giving Williamson a chance to get right back into this fight.
Yeah, he looked good for a spell there, Williamson, the long punches. Bit of desperation about the champions fighting now. He's had to come out in the 11th and do something. John Conte right behind me saying step it up, Dennis, and he's right, of course. Andries doesn't want to let this become a cliffhanger in the judges' eyes now. Hasn't done so well in this round. How hard you train in this game, Jim, you're inevitably going to be tired in a hard, rough kind of fight like this.
Well, this has been non-stop action from start to finish here. They've never taken a breather at all. Both men must be very tired. It's a case now who can grit the teeth and drive himself on. But Dennis wants to get a little bit closer. He's been standing off too much in this round and he's allowed Williamson to come back into it again.
I wouldn't use the expression Andries is flagging. I don't think that would be right, but he's certainly not getting his head out of the way quickly enough at the moment. And I hope he hasn't punched himself out with a round to go. The half a minute in the 11th. Better round for Williamson, I would have thought. So they've really got to pump him up for this last round. A word with John Conte.
John, not the sort of round that Dennis would have wanted.
No, he lost that round there. You know, sign of a good champion. He knows he's behind. I make him 5 rounds behind. 5, 2, and 3 even. I think it is, whatever it is, 3 or 4 even. But he needs to really win this round and big, Dennis. He really needs to win this round big to get to the judge's eye. But not only that, because the other guy knows he's won that last round. You know, he won it big. He needs to come out in this last round. It's the championship of the will and throw everything into it. And he can win. He'll win the title. If he wins this round, he'll win the title.
It's going to be very, very cruel indeed if he doesn't win it after a challenge like this.
Well, it's been a fantastic fight for him. You know, he's thrown everything into it. But it all depends now. What's gone has gone before. And it all depends on this last round. If he wins this round, I believe he's won the fight.
So 12th and last round then. And does the decision really depend on this one? We'll find out. Oh, Stool's still in the corner there. Well, that's a bit unfortunate, but that's gone. Well, Jim, stick your chin out. You didn't do too much of that when you were boxing. You were too clever.
Yeah, well, I don't have Andries very far in front because most of the rounds have been closely contested. Nobody has ever really gained control of the fight at any time. All the way through, Andries' work has been a little bit better as far as I'm concerned. I have Andries 1 round in front at the moment. If he can even share this round here, I would give him the title. But don't lose this round for heaven's sake. Just grit your teeth, Andries. Keep pushing forward. keep Williamson under pressure for the whole 3 minutes now and go home world champion.
Well, it might have been scrappy and untidy in parts, but I tell you, they're full of heart, both of them. And they've given it all. You can't ask for more. Williamson hasn't always measured up to expectations. Maybe that was down to Dennis Andries not allowing him to look good. Oh, and it's a good-hearted effort now by Andries. All the old fighters are cheering around the ringside. They can smell that he can be world champion. Going through their minds at the moment now, Jim. Can I hang on? Can I keep going?
It's just a case of driving yourself on now. As I said, there's no room for class or ability now. It's just sheer strength and determination and will to win. And if we can just keep pushing, do as he's doing now, just keep the punches. So it don't have to be hard punches. Just keep the arms working, keep the punches coming out.
Well, he hasn't had a call break, the Italian referee, at all here. They've had a good slog in the last. Well, he's chased, chivied, clouted the champion. Has he done enough on the judges' cards? I'd lean now with Jim Watt's opinion, and indeed John Compton. He's slightly biased as he's worked with Dennis Andries, but respect their judgment, of course. They've done it in there where it counts, and they think Andries has won, and I'll go along with that as well. So in the last 10 seconds inside then. It was as well, and this ring is going to get crowded right away. Security going to have a problem there. He did the excited cartwheel there, Dennis Andries, but didn't land correctly. Not exactly the champion gymnast. This fellow, by the way he's gesturing there, would think that he has held on to the championship. We'll find out as the referee collects the cards, takes them to the adjudicator, and we have to get the final total. I'll tell you what, I'll have a little bet that the English referee's got Dennis Andries winning, and knowing the way he scores a fight. And referee Poletti telling everybody get back to their corners. We want this announced properly. I'm afraid, my dear friend from America, you just might not be on the winning side this time.
Now, gentlemen, please. The judges saw the contest as follows. Judge Harry Gibbs, 114, 116 to Dennis Andries.
So as I thought, Harry Gibbs has gone with Andries by 2 points.
Judge Tony Castellano, 113, 115 to Williamson.
A split decision again. Here comes the Belgian judge.
116, 118 to the winner and the new.
Dennis Andries wins it then on a 2-1 decision. The Belgian was the decider after we got the sweaty palms there, and I dare say Williamson will find a few excuses, but I think that was just about right. I would have gone along that way. And as I say, we're going to get the old Cinderella stories now, because it really was a tremendous performance by Andries. He's won it with heart, and he did enough to take the championship away. And what a good finish by these fighters here. That's the way it should be. A gladiatorial respect. So the first words from the new champion then with Jim Rosenthal.
Dennis, many, many congratulations. How much does that World Championship belt mean to you?
It means a lot to me. I told you,
You were tremendously confident before the start. Did anything happen during the fight to shake your confidence?
No. The only thing is I didn't train too hard for this start, because honestly, I didn't believe he was that strong. But now I know I got to go and do more training. I mean, I'm no Sugar Ray Leonard, but I do my best. And I hit the man with my knuckle part of my hand. That's the name of the game. I know I'm a bit rough, but that's the game.
You've come in as a late substitute. You've been all through this boxing game, and now at the age of 32, you come world champion. Go on then.
I'm 37.
Well, that's even better, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what for you now, Dennis?
Where's my man? Where's Well, Greg Steen and Alex Steen, they're the men who behind me who really got me here. Without them, I wouldn't have been here, really and truly.
Now listen, a lot of people said you didn't even deserve a world title shot. You surely answered them tonight.
Yeah, I have. Well, I'm cool and calm. I know what I can do. God gave me the strength to do it, and I do it. JB was a good fighter.